Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Holy crap. It's Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. And thanks for coming on a very middle of the day random wine and chat. I will give you all fair warning. We're doing 3 of these this week. We're going to do another one tomorrow, and then we're doing one on Thursday. And I think we have like 2 lined up for next week. So get ready to hang out with me a lot this weekend and week. All the things. All right. So typical wine and chat fashion. What are y'all drinking on? I don't think we have too many folks on here tonight. But on tonight, it's 2:00. It could be tonight somewhere though. Let's see. I have water today because it's only 2:00 here. But yeah, so tell me what y'all are drinking on. Today we're gonna do a vendor spotlight with some of our favorite folks. Famore. They're going to come on here shortly. It'll be Brent and Sebastian. They're first-time vendors with us, and I'm super stoked. Y'all have been asking us to bring on somebody who has scissors and tools that kind of fit in that category, and they have it, and they're amazing. They also have some really cool services that they're going to be bringing to the expo. They will sharpen your scissors in their booth. So when they get on, we'll talk about all the details, how it works. And then they'll give us kind of a debrief on what they do and who they are. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for them, we'll go through some other things. Hi, Nova. Welcome. Nova's watching from YouTube, but if you're watching from Facebook and I can't see your face or name during this, just click the link where you're watching this, where it says streamyard.com/Facebook, and I'll give him permission for me to see your lovely name and face. If you don't want to do that, no biggie. All you have to do, just like this comment, you can just stick your name right at the end. But hello, welcome. All the way from NOLA. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun at our NOLA retreat. I'm super excited because I'm pretty sure we're going to go back again and do another event there. I posted in our Patreon group that we're going to be launching 2024 Expo information this week in our Patreon group. So they're going to get first dibs on information, but it'll go out to the public not long after they get it, because I know most of them can't keep their mouths shut. But it's because we love them. Yes, Anne-Marie was with us in NOLA. It was so much fun. I don't know. Gosh, it was so many memories, right? Yeah, we're definitely going to be going back. I mean, and Anne-Marie, I really need you there again because it was just a hoot and a half. I love how everybody brought such different energy levels, and we just explored the town, but we also just had fun making just really unique projects. Ooh, and we got Dana on. Hi, Dana. Are you coming to Tenne-SME? Oh, yeah, Anne-Marie. Whew. I just remember your dance lessons. Your dance lessons were the highlight. One of the highlights of that night, let me tell you. All right. So, yeah, but 2024 information, we're going to be launching a bunch of that here shortly on Patreon. It's going to be primarily the expo information first with some top level information about the other events we're going to be doing. The cruises, the retreats, and things like that are all still in work, but we wanted to get the big things out there and give you a rough idea of when the other things are going to be occurring and rough timelines so y'all can prepare. When we launch the expo dates, we're also going to launch when those tickets are going to drop so you can prepare yourself. But yeah, it'll be great. I think we're having technical difficulties. Yes, we do. Yep. We're trying to get Brent and Sebastian on here, and the internet's being a little laggy on our side, so, which is not shocking at all, right? Oh no, Dana, you're not coming to Tenne-SME. I'm bummed you can't make it either. Hopefully you can make it to Florida at least. But so really fun information on I gotta stop calling it Tenne-SME, but Sew Magical Expo at Nashville, Tennessee, is coming up at the end of this month. It's here in a couple weeks. We're gonna have all the layouts and the walkthrough videos that y'all love. We're going to you'll be at Florida. Okay, great. But we're going to have all the layouts. We're going to have the final itinerary of everything and all that posted here one week prior. we also have a lot of things coming up that are cutoff dates. So you need to sign up for the fashion show. If you're bringing anything to the Inspiration Hall, final class signups, deciding if you want to rent any machines, sewing machines or sergers, you need to kind of outline that and get that done 1 week prior to the expo. So that would be on the 23rd. So yes. So right, Alex. Alex is down at the bottom. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Hold on. We're trying to get some folks on here. Okay, let me try this. I'm getting distracted. I apologize. Yes, and it's great. Thank you, Suzanne. It's also the deadline for exchanges. So meetups, exchanges, and things like that. I do believe we're going to be adding one more meetup. Kasaya from Saya Swag has requested a meetup as well. So we're going to be adding that to the list. But that will be just a meetup. I don't believe that's an exchange. So you should be able to also kind of just show up to that one. But it helps give us a good idea of how many people and make sure that we have room to fit everybody. There they are. We've got at least one of them. Oh, okay, great. So while we're waiting for our other favorite Famore man to come on, yes, so it's the deadline for the exchanges and for a lot of different things. So we're going to post that kind of reminder here at the same time that I post the 2024 information as well. So you kind of have all those reminders, and there'll be some reminders in there as well for Florida. There is a cutoff date for getting your discounted room for Florida Sew Magical Expo at Gaylord Palms in Kissimmee. It's Orlando. Come on now. Melanie, hi. Oh, and we've got Anne-Marie Day. Hello, everybody. So yeah, all that's kind of coming up, but I did just post about the Tiki welcome party. Did y'all see that? I'm so excited. So we wanted to prevent the nightmare that was Texas welcome party, right? Which was, early check-in, NoHo social. We typically do it at one of the bar and grills that are located inside a Gaylord. And we wanted to avoid that. So we were kind of adamant, like, we need our own space or we need a dedicated area. So Gaylord Opryland has a tiki bar that is not open to the public most of the year. And when it's open, it's very rare. They don't do it all the time. But the tiki party it's called Trader Finn's. It's right next to the Fuse bar. So where we probably would have done this whole thing anyway. It's right next to it. And it's so freaking cute. We got a bunch of video of it. We're going to put it in the walkthrough video so y'all can see what that looks like. But so I think we're going to get some lays. So everybody's going to get laid that night. It's going to be wonderful. And but we're going to have a bunch of tiki themed drinks, and we're going to have food as well. So please come with an appetite. Come grab a drink and everything. You can bring your friends. You can bring non-SME related participants. So if you've got a spouse, a partner, keep in mind it is alcohol related. So, people might get a little rowdy. I mean, it is SME. Come on now. And so kind of keep that in mind if you bring kids. But we always encourage people to just bring everybody and come have fun. All right. Do I have a thumbs up from Sebastian and Brent down there? Y'all good? Good? All right. Oh, I'm going to pop you up in a second. Hold on. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. And now that I've got the Famore squad here, I'm going to pop them up so y'all can say hi to them and meet them. If I can get this last thing to go away. Hold on. Perfect. All right. Ready? Here's Brent and here's Sebastian.
Hello.
You made it.
Up,
hey,
we figured out how to internet.
I'm like, what are y'all doing? Is that a different link?
It was the Zoom link that you sent us. And yeah, anyway.
We got confused. We're here now.
We're here now. It's
we
great.
Made it.
Hey, y'all. How you doing?
We're good.
Good.
Are y'all both in the office, but in separate offices?
No, but we do that sometimes.
Oh, I feel like every time we talk, you're in the same place, but not.
Yeah, exactly. Easier for logistics.
I'm actually at my home office. I had to run home really quick to grab some shorts and my tennis shoes because we've got a 6 p.m. interview tonight.
Ooh, that requires
So he's got to change his wardrobe for that.
Oh, okay.
I want to work out. I want to get my workout in.
Okay. Anyway, besides the whole workout thing.
Yeah. So welcome. Okay, so why don't y'all tell us who are y'all? What is Famore and who are you and what how'd you get started? Just give us a spiel.
Who is Famore? Well, Famore is a scissor company that I started 25 years ago. And my whole goal was to provide the highest quality product at the most affordable price with exceptional customer service. And with the help of my team and my incredible vice president, Mr. Sebastian Rivera, that's exactly what we have done. So Famore manufactures a full line of cutting tools and precision implements for the sewing, quilting, crafting, DIY, costume making, cosplay communities. So that's what we do.
The whole shebang. Customer service is definitely like up there though.
It's our number one priority aside from affordable products that are also quality.
Yeah.
Caleb, we just don't manufacture scissors or tweezers. We actually manufacture extensions of our artists' hands, and it's all about the experience. And we want everybody to have the best experience with our products.
And if it's not good, we put Bryn's phone number out there for anybody to call him with any comments or concerns or any issues.
I'm pretty sure that's how I got Brent's phone number, by the way.
Yeah. I think we just handed it out. We do speak with our customers whenever there are any issues or if they want to send us, cookie recipes and anything like that, or thank you cards. We're always happy to accept those. And aside from speaking of customer service, we do service all of our products. So that's goes hand in hand with anything that anyone purchases from us. They can always bring them back to us for reconditioning and sharpening. And that does include the rotary blades.
Oh my gosh, the rotary blades.
Yeah. So Kayla, I mean, think of this. We are the very first manufacturer that has come up with a legitimate reconditioning of rotary blades, and that service is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do with all those blades? They don't rot, right?
Yeah.
And now to be able to re-edge them professionally and make them sharper than they were new is pretty exciting. And that's all of our products. I mean, Famore doesn't manufacture anything that cannot be serviced. And if it's an item that that we're going to come out with that can't be serviced, we'll let you know. But for the most part, everything that Famore manufactures, we service.
Yeah, I've brought y'all rotary blades and that had like a nick in it. And I'm like, it's driving me crazy, Brent. You're like, just bring it to me. And you had it like cleaned up, done, and it cut like it was brand freaking new within like 5 minutes. It was amazing.
Yeah, baby.
Okay, so I'm gonna pull up your website real quick, so they can kind of see the lineup of all the stuff that y'all sell, because it's not just scissors. To your point, right? Y'all have so much in here. The rotary blade and the handles being my absolute favorite right now, especially the tungsten carbide. Amazing. But you have snips. You have left-handed scissors, which also on the top of my favorite. You have, you have notions. You have
the point turners.
Yes, the turners. What are those under? Notions?
Yeah.
No, Suki Sews, right?
Either one.
Yeah. Yeah, the turners, which are amazing, especially if you're making handles all the freaking time. You've got tweezers. You've got embroidery related scissors, which are freaking fantastic. You even have left-handed duckbill freaking scissors.
3 of them.
Yeah, so Caleb, what's really exciting is we have the largest category of true left-handed product than any other manufacturer in the world.
Yeah. And they're pretty too. You came out with colored ones.
Yes. And they
Finally.
all will have that blue. That'll be exclusive to the left-handeds, that specific blue. It's a shimmery blue.
We like shimmery pretty things.
Except the plastic
Now-
handle one, because it's plastic, so it doesn't
Yeah.
shimmer. But
I do want to let everybody know that, what makes this rotary handle so different than any other rotary handle that you can get. What we have done
Should I
is
grab one?
we have taken the drag completely out of the rotary blade itself.
Mm-hmm.
What makes the blade rotate on the handle is the pressure that you put down on the fabric or material that you're cutting, where we have put ball bearings in to where the screw, and those ball bearings just allow that blade to roll so easily. It's effortlessly, and it's very,
Amazing.
very, very exciting, and it's changing the rotary blade industry, and I'm excited.
Did you grab one, Sebastian?
I did.
I would say we use it here, and when we're cutting down large quantities of fabric orders, or we're cutting down 60 to 80 class kits for some of the retreats we do, we only use yours now because my employees are freaking sold on it and they don't want to use the other ones anymore. Yeah, there you go.
So inside there is the ball bearing system,
Mm-hmm.
and it is we do have the patent filed here in the United States.
Oh, where'd he go?
We did get the file applied for and issued in China, so nobody can knock it off over there. And I have so many issues with rotary cutters and blades.
Yeah.
So there was a Facebook user that just said that they had so many issues with their rotary cutters and blades. What issues are you exactly having?
Yeah, go ahead and comment on that, but keep telling us about your patents and everything while they're typing.
So we're about to get a global. We're about to apply for the global patent on this.
That's amazing.
Well, and it's a utility patent because we've got other designs and stuff like that we want to incorporate these ball bearings in with. The blade's not rolling smoothly. If you're coming to the show in Tennessee, their Facebook user, it's not showing your name. By all means, please stop by the booth, give it a try yourself. I think you'll really like this.
It's really
Kayla,
good on
so
leather
many of
too, and like thick vinyls.
Well, yeah, and that's what I was just going to get to. Rotary blades are really effective on organic materials, but whenever you start going to the synthetic materials, it can be a bit of a challenge, and them not lasting long, just doling out really quick. Our regular rotary blade, what we call our domestic blade, it comes in a pack of 2. They retail for $12. They're double heat treated blades. They'll last you longer than any blade you've ever used. And the reason for that is we do a double heat treatment and a double honing on the cutting edge. So the blade has got a really good hardness to it. But if you're one of those maybe cosplayers or costume makers that's using a lot of synthetic fabrics,
Mm-hmm.
Our tungsten carbide blade, and we are the only manufacturer that's manufacturing a solid tungsten carbide rotary blade. It's the only blade that will cut Kevlar. Kevlar is the material that's used in bulletproof vests. It is incredibly sharp. It's a little bit of expense. It's not cheap. They're $22 a blade, but
And I haven't changed
will
mine
last.
since I got it from you like a year ago.
Well, that's the other thing. I mean, Kayla, I've had customers that
They last too long.
They last
yeah,
a lot. They really do. I'm like, well, crap.
I've had customers where they've lasted 2 years.
That's insane.
Um,
But like, just think
and
of the
it's
cost that you save with going that route, you know, because you can go through a standard blade where people are getting, you know, the 20 packs online or whatever, and you know, you're going through them really quick, depending on how much you're cutting and what you're cutting. And I would say a good majority of the folks that come to our shows are really big on like faux leathers, vinyls, cork. Um, all the synthetic materials, bamboo lycras, knits, things like that, you're destroying those blades really freaking quick. But with
yeah.
y'all's, we don't have that issue. Oh, they also
That,
say cutting issues with newish blades. Like they should not be
so
wearing that quick.
Right.
when we were working on the sharpening, the re-edging uh, system, I had people sending me blades, just send me all the blades you've got in your drawer, let me test it out. I can tell you the no-name blades, the big, the cost saving blades you get on Amazon
We all have them
are
too.
not even they're not even worth the paper that they or the postage that cost to ship them.
No, they're terrible.
So
It's worth
what I have found, in any precision instrument, the heat treatment process is a really important process of the manufacturing step and making sure that the heat treatments were done properly. If the blade wasn't heat treated properly,
Mhm.
once it goes dull, it will never take another edge.
And that goes to like what you're saying about you really want a quality product. You don't cut corners, you're not cutting out steps in the process that need to be there. You're making sure that the best quality product is going out to your customers, even if you know that they're not going to change their dang blade for 2 years.
Right. And the beauty part of it is we're just a envelope and a stamp away, you know.
You are. Or you can come to a show.
Yes.
So,
Or
or there's more.
yeah, so we do bring all of our sharpening equipment to the expos that we do participate in. So for those of you that are tuning in right now, if you're coming to the show and you've got scissors, you've got some rotary blades that are laying around that aren't ours, we do sharpen them um, for a little fee. But if they're ours and you bring them to a show, there is no fee.
Right. So I need to remember to bring my stuff. Or I'll just come bug you at another con I go to.
Yeah.
But I will be at Dragon Con, so fair. But
Uh, I do want to, the Facebook user that's had some challenges with their blades.
yeah.
It says cutting issues with newish blades. So Kayla, one of the things that I have discovered, the quality of the blade is really important, but the quality of that cutting mat is also really important.
It
And,
is.
when I'm talking with our sewers and our quilters and our makers, and I ask them how often do they clean their cutting mat, and they look at me like,
You're
huh?
supposed to clean it. Shh.
But, absolutely. If you use your cutting mat on a daily basis, clean it on a weekly basis. If you use your cutting mat on a weekly basis, clean it on a monthly basis.
Mhm.
And basically, what you want to do is you just want to get a very mild, warm, uh, uh, soapy water. Take the backside of your kitchen sponge, that little scrubby part, and just do small little circles. And what those circles will do is it'll pull out all those fibers that are trapped from you using your rotary blade
Mhm.
and clean them out. And then you just rinse it off and let it air dry.
That's it. It's so simple.
It's
Yeah, it's
so
that simple.
super
If
easy.
you so by letting it air dry, cutting mats are made out of petroleum. So the older they get, the drier they become, the harder they get. So you do, a cutting mat does have a lifespan.
Right.
And if you've noticed that you've got a lot of grooves in your mat and It's pretty groovy. Replaced it.
Yeah. So Alex, one of our employees who's sitting down there, I don't know if you can see them, but they just commented they pre-ordered the handle and they got y'all's regular blade, not the carbon tungstide one. I can't say the word. What is it?
You were close.
Okay.
Carbide.
I was backwards. Great. The fancy dark colored one, that one.
Yeah.
So Alex says they've been using the original blade, and even that one still lasted months before they had to do anything.
Well, I mean, and thank you so much for that, because that double heat treatment process makes a big difference. I mean, we've got customers that have been using another brand's endurance blade, and they're $15 a blade, and our regular blades are lasting twice as long as that other brand's endurance blades.
That's amazing.
I see someone's asking about being able to bring in their rotary cutter. You can definitely bring in your stuff and we can try to figure it out together.
And pinking shears. Yes, we can sharpen pinking shears as long as they haven't been messed with by somebody else. There's a chance we can get them back good as new.
I would say, I think there when Sebastian and I were talking about this too, there's a little limitations on pinking shears. Like y'all can sharpen them to an extent, right?
Right. Yeah. If they've been sharpened before, sometimes they're not able to be resharpened, but it's something we can determine there on site. We can look at them usually, and we never charge if we can't get something to work.
And then the cost on sharpening pinking shears is slightly higher than standard blades, correct?
It's $1 an inch, but then we add a couple bucks on top. So if it's an 8-inch, it'll be $10. If it's a 10-inch, it's $12. They just require a little bit of extra work and care.
Yes.
Yeah, and if you do have a pinking shear out there and you feel it's a little stiff, all pinking shears are going to be a little stiffer than a normal regular scissor or shear, just because of the way those teeth have to be placed. But if yours is a little squeaky and squawky, a little stiff, your sewing machine oil, just put a little drop right up the teeth of the blade, and then right in the screw area, open and close it several times. It should make it less sticky.
Yep.
Suzanne said, "Let's talk snips. I go through a pair every couple months. I don't think you have the right snips."
Suzanne, are you doing commercial embroidery?
Yeah.
She does do a lot of embroidery. I'll let her answer, but based off of what I know about her, she does do a lot of embroidery. But a lot of people have just snips because a lot of these industrial machines or semi-industrials don't have automatic thread cutters, and you have to keep snipping them. So
they do make industrial thread snips. We haven't remade them yet. We're working on making the industrial. That's the one that sits in your ring finger and can sit in your hand. Those handle that kind of snipping for a lot longer. They tend to be a heavier duty product. The snips we have you can sharpen them, so you can always send them back or bring them back to us. But they're going to have their limitations because of how thin they are. They're still a very delicate item. And also, when you bring us scissors, don't stick your snips in a bag with all your giant scissors. That can really damage them. And you don't want anything delicate as small as that in a box or a bag with your heavy 8 to 9-inch scissors.
Right.
If now, let's see here.
She does have a business, so I'd say you need something a little more heavier
duty. But that's something that she can come by the booth and y'all could kind of walk her through some of the options and things like that.
For sure, because there's also little double curve scissors. If you're doing things in the hoop, we do have some double curves that are going to be a little heavier duty as well.
Okay.
So this snip here.
Give it 1 second. It's lagging here. There you go. Okay. Yeah, those are the ones I have.
if you've never used a snip before, Suzanne, we have a one blade micro serrated. These are the easy snip. And the beauty thing of these, we know how to sharpen. I mean, because we make them, we know how to professionally sharpen them. Uh, and it's really one of the most loved scissors in our line. Uh, I don't know why it's lagging, but
We
um,
can,
it's very much a beloved scissor in our lineup.
yeah. She says those are the ones that she used. Oh, we lost him altogether. Just me, not Sebastian. So one of the questions I know will be: are there limitations to how many scissors they can bring, or types, or anything like that? Do you want to give them like a basic guideline of what that?
So we have to be able to open them up wide enough to put them on our clamps to machine sharpen them. So if they are completely closed and sealed where there's not even a screw for us to take it apart, most likely we can't do those. We don't do knives. Don't bring me knives. I can't do knives. No knives, please. No knives. But pinking shears, snips, scissors, no hair clippers, but we can do hair scissors.
Okay.
Those are on a base kind of case by case basis as far as the pricing goes, because there's different styles of hair scissors out there, and it is different if it's for dog grooming or pet grooming versus human grooming. So,
Yeah.
and usually most people who do hair cutting, they understand that there's a higher cost because we have to like hand sharpen them on a whetstone. It's a whole extra step. So that price is going to vary, but those can be brought in. Those will take a little longer. So also don't expect to just drop them off and have them in 30 minutes. If there's a queue and we've got a few lined up, it does take us some time. And it also depends on how many people are also coming to our booth. If we are attending to customers, it does slow us down just a little bit. But we're kind of expecting to be able to have one of us kind of talking with the customers and another one of us sitting in the back doing all
We
the
both know how that's gonna go.
Yeah. I will be sitting sharpening, and Brent can gab away. He's more than welcome to it. He's
He
really
loves
great at it.
hugs. Ask him for hugs.
All the hugs. You can ask me for a hug, and I'll never say no, but I'm not going to freely give it away. You have to.
I get free hugs.
You have to ask for it. I'm not just gonna like come up and hug you. He will hug you. He'll kiss your hand. He'll kiss your cheeks. I've seen him kiss some lips, so really it's all up to you.
Oh yeah, there was that one time.
Yeah.
Okay, but so if they're coming for the weekend, kind of make it clear like, hey, I'm here all weekend, and let them know you're comfortable with kind of being put towards the back of the queue or anything like that. That kind of helps y'all too.
It does definitely help to know kind of how long you are around. We try our best to get to all of them. Ours will always usually take priority. So if we have to prioritize the Famore ones, we will. Brent, did you? Okay.
Nope.
Yeah, the internet at the house was a little wonky when I left this morning, so I'm wondering if he's dealing with that.
He's trying
Yeah,
here.
we got that upshot.
There he is.
Yeah, the internet here is, I don't know what's going on with it, but it's being really laggy.
Yeah, it was very sketchy this morning, so I don't know.
We all have those days, let me tell you.
Did you unplug it and do all the things? Grant?
Yeah, I'm having a really hard time hearing you.
Where are your headphones?
It's not that. It's the phone. It's the internet.
Oh.
Might be lagging.
Dog?
That's my dog.
Oh, I was like, we don't have that kind of dog.
You don't have a very loud, big dog?
No, I was like, is there a dog over there?
Right, you have a new dog, Sebastian.
I know, right? That actually has happened before. So.
Okay, so Suzanne said their local guy tried to sharpen snips, but that was a no-go. But y'all do sharpen snips?
Yes, 100%. Okay. Yeah, there's almost nothing we can't get to, scissor
As long as
wise.
it's got that screw, right?
Right. We have to, if it's like, I know that a lot of people like those Fisker ones that are like squeeze, soft touch.
Oh, okay.
Those we can take apart. So those are fine. Industrial thread snips we can do. What other weird ones that we usually get? Also, think about what, like the quality of the scissor you're bringing. I mean, we'll sharpen anything, but if it costs you $5 and it's going to cost you $8 to sharpen, that is probably not a very quality steel.
Like, so don't bring all your Amazon scissors necessarily.
Yeah, it's fine. It's just you put them on the wheel and they bounce a lot because that steel is usually recycled. It's just not the best steel quality.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is a joke or not.
No, it's for real.
Can you sharpen seam rippers?
No seam rippers.
No.
Okay, that's what I said. I didn't know if the question was a joke or
Oh
not.
no, it's we get them all.
No, we get that question asked often. Yeah. But I've got a really cool seam ripper that's in the works, and the beauty
head, so you don't have to.
Yeah,
it's not a one-time use, so you can throw out the head, get a new head on it, because those seam rippers, like the old school ones, are made to just kind of throw away, and you can't really get in there and sharpen them, unfortunately.
Right.
But luckily, they're pretty easy to replace. So we're making a nice, solid handle with the tips being replaceable.
That's pretty nifty. Sorry, Melanie. I didn't mean that as an insult. I've just never heard that question be asked before. And in my mind, I'm like, can you? And so
well, it's big.
She's like, I was curious. I was like, my bad. Somebody said they had the worst experience with most new Fiskers. So yeah.
Yeah. A lot of new. There was a show we did here in Duluth last year, and we got like 5 gingers come through that were new, and we had to fix them for the customers. And you feel bad because you just spent $20 to $40, depending on whether or not you had that Joann's coupon. And now you got to spend another $8 to $10 to have it fixed.
Or if you get their left-handed ones and they gouge you on price.
Yeah. And I saw the prices went up as well. I was at Joann's the other day, and their scissors went up significantly in price.
I'm putting you all on the spot on this one.
That's go ahead. We aren't coming to the Florida one. We will be in Tennessee. We've done or have loaded up our show schedule this year, probably making up for the last 2 years. So we're pretty loaded up. Yeah. We got to send Mr. Fanitza back to China and Pakistan again this year.
And it's looking like I'm going to be spending the entire month of October at our facilities in China, and then the entire month of November in our factory in Pakistan, and then be home for the entire month of December.
So there's a chance we don't even go to Houston. It's how much he has to go to his overseas commitment. So that's, it's serious when we might have to miss one of the biggest quilt shows in the country.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's a timing thing. There's always next year. I'm starting to formulate our schedule for next year because we're kind of at that point where I have to figure out what the next 6 months to 10 months are going to look like.
Yep.
And I mean of 2024. I mean, I know what's happening this year.
Right.
What are we bringing? Is that a question?
Oh, no, that was from before. Sorry.
I was going to say we're bringing ourselves. You can come by the booth and just talk to us about scissors. If you're a cosplayer or do any kind of garment stuff, we've got the products for you. Cost range for sharpening, it's $1 an inch. From tip to handle. So 4-inch scissor will be $4, an 8-inch $8. If it's a pinking shear, you're looking at about $10 for an 8-inch. Any bigger, just add a couple bucks on top.
If it's a Famore branded product, there's no cost.
Always free. Snips usually run about $4, $3, depending on their size. Left-handed scissors, we do charge a little more because it's a whole other machine and it's a whole other process. We do have some purple scissors left.
Hi, Julie.
We,
You knew that was coming.
Well,
we had
I'll tell you what.
change
Oh,
out
go
the
ahead.
purple. We had to change out the purple color for a customer, but we still got a few.
And purple's one of the people's favorite colors, but the blue, the tealish color that y'all got is
Yes,
on
and we've
point.
got
Yeah,
more colors we're working on.
And Kayla, you know what works really well with our rotary handle and blades?
What?
Julie's ruler.
Oh yeah, the easy.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, she had a whole
Oh,
setup.
oh my God. Oh my God. Talk about a game changer.
Oh my gosh, Becky.
Yeah. Love
amazing.
them.
Yeah, I think between like you two and legit kits, like being all near each other, having like a whole cutting station or something would be fantastic.
We're gonna.
You're going to have security there.
You're gonna have security. Yes, the easy grip rulers. Yes.
Easy, baby.
Are we able to bring our badge flare for people to add to their badges?
Of course, yes.
Okay, I've got a few left.
The scissor. Which one was it?
Scissor me timbers.
Yeah,
Yes,
with the
scissor me
little.
timbers. Okay, I thought so.
It's going
There's
across.
several folks that are going to love it.
Melanie, I agree with you. I agree with Melanie.
Melody's looking at her desk and figuring out what else she can bring to get sharpened. So, and fun note though,
Don't bring your husbands. Don't bring your spouses. Don't bring your partners. We can't sharpen them at all.
Damn. I was going to be a question for offline, but thanks for prefacing it now. So one of the things, if they can't make this show and y'all aren't coming to Florida, or they can't make one of the cons that you're going to, you do allow things to be shipped to you, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
For sharpening. So they do offer those services. You can ship it to their location. It's on their website, the address and all that.
Yes. And that goes for any brand of scissors. It could be a mixed match. It doesn't have to be all Famore. If you're not sure if something can be sharpened or what it might cost, you can always email us some pictures and we're more than happy to give you a quote. So you're kind of aware of what you're getting yourself into. But it's not usually anything too expensive. I am working on creating kind of a system where people can buy their postage off the website where it's a little more discounted. But that's something that's kind of in the works. You just have to know kind of the weight and dimensions and size of what package you're wanting to send.
Right.
And see what we can work out there. Because we can get a little better. Sometimes we get packages where it says like, they paid $10 for a box, and that's just outrageous and way too high.
So one of the other things that you're going to have at Tenne-SME is next to y'all's booth, which is a 10 by 20 right on the corner, is the cosplay booth, actually, because y'all are really big proponents of cosplay and making education in that realm. So you're going to have a whole 10 by 10 attached to y'all's booth related to that. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Cosplay, Kayla, is the largest growing segment in the sewing world globally. And, going to these cons, if there's any cosplayers out there that the cosplay, you guys are doing amazing. For those of you that haven't experienced it, go to a local con. Just go see what people are making. I mean, it is just absolutely astonishing. If you can imagine it, you can create it, and they are, and it's pretty epic. We're getting ready for Dragon Con here in Atlanta. Kayla, are you coming this year?
I'll be there.
Woohoo!
I'll be there this year. I won't be there next year, unfortunately.
She'll be there to help you in case you go down again.
Oh, shut up!
Gladly. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Kayla, is she staying with us at the Airbnb?
No, it's full. We're full.
Yeah, I've got a whole slew of people I'm bringing this year too. So
Yeah,
I've
we're
got
at,
my own situation.
yeah, we're at capacity. But speaking of cosplay, I know that Casey is going to be there in Tennessee. Casey Renee. She's a great educator. If you haven't signed up for, or if you're looking for the classes that are kind of geared towards that, she's going to have your back. She's got content on her website that is also that you can buy and you have it forever. Basically, she's made videos. She's got her book. What we really like about the cosplay community that we're seeing is just kind of how they all can work together and learn from each other. And there's a whole competition scene that's always really interesting to watch. Sit down and watch a whole competition. And kind of what everybody is into and what is popular for that convention. And they're all very different. They all kind of have their own flavors, as you might say. Yeah.
It's mine, don't worry.
Yeah, and we've done a lot in this space so far. This Dragon Con will be our first or second time coming around with workshops, and we've learned a lot. Let's just say,
Kayla, what we're saying is your job ain't easy, girl.
But we love it.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of work, and people I don't think a lot of people realize the amount of work that goes into doing workshops, the planning, the supplies, work coordinating with the facility, coordinating with the promoters, coordinating with the educator, the descriptions, the market. I mean,
it's a lot. Yeah, and making sure your sockets don't go out because you've overloaded anything. That's something that seems to keep happening. Even though
only when you've got hair dryers and everybody's turning their hair dryer on at the same time.
We had an iron also kick off one of the sockets, so it's
iron kind of with heat will pull it. Let me tell you.
Yeah, so it's
we can
definitely
talk about that later if you want.
Yeah,
I got some horror stories for you, buddy.
It's definitely a lot of work, but it's so exciting and fun to see everyone coming in for the classes, and they're just like, I saw this and I haven't done this before, or they all have their reasons that they're there. And the best part is that you're giving people a chance to try something. If it's like an intro class that maybe they've wondered about and they've just not had access or known a way to actually approach it, and so now they get this chance to play around with it and find out, is this something that I want to keep pursuing?
Right.
We've gotten some more sponsors along the way for different materials, so we can actually now do casting and molds.
Yeah.
So we're really kind of elevating the level of class that people get to take. And we're investing into materials, and I'm sure you know all about investing in evergreen materials and keeping track of all that stuff.
Yeah.
We have our own Dremels now that we can implement for EVA foam classes. So it's endless, the amount of materials and things that are being made into cosplays.
Yeah.
One of the biggest winners at C2E2, she used reeds, like different a plant leaf that she like coated and implemented into her own cosplay. So there's really a lot of materials out there that are being used, and it's unique, it's different. So it'll be exciting to have some cosplays on display at the booths.
Yep.
Come up and look, but don't touch.
They're very expensive.
Yeah, we got little signs. I finally got little signs that just say, don't touch the cosplay.
One of the things that we learned is in having the cosplay educators at the show and is just being able to answer those questions that the makers have had troubles with. And sometimes it can be a real simple solution, right? I mean, I had a lady come up, she was sewing gloves, and she goes, I can never get the seams to match up exactly. And so I went and grabbed the educator brought the educator over, and it was as simple as her using the wrong foot.
Oh yeah.
You
But
know,
you won't know that unless you had somebody
right? I mean,
pass that information along.
she was doing everything proper. She just didn't have the right foot on her machine.
Yeah.
And it was just like, hello. And it changed her game, changed her sewing game. So it's very exciting. Very exciting.
But I really love how invested y'all are in getting the education of sewing and crafting back into people's hands in the cosplay and costuming world, because for the longest time they weren't getting that quality education, and the educators, the people that are passionate about sharing this information, didn't have necessarily the best route to do it. So you're really trying to bridge that gap in the cosplay world. So if you go to Comic-Cons and things like that, kind of pay attention to where, if Famore is going to be there, because you know the education, the workshops that are there are going to be amazing, because y'all really put a lot of love into it, making sure that everybody's having a great time. It's cost effective, but also just.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a labor of love because we haven't made any money.
Well, and Kayla, it's all about education, right? I mean, that our entire industry is 110% based on education, and the more
education. This is one of the industries where written education isn't as predominant. It's in-person education.
Absolutely.
YouTube has made it more accessible.
Yes.
And passing that information along through the generations, right? But now we have more of these in-person conventions and places to be able to communicate.
Right, like you're already there. Why not learn something? You can only shop so much, or you can only sit in so many panels and listen to people talk before you're like, okay, can I do something with my hands? Can I do something a little more active than kind of just listening? You know, I got to be kind of an attendee at MomoCon this year.
Yeah.
And they have workshops, and I took their workshops and I took some things away from it where I'm like, oh, I'm going to implement this in what we do for sure. And there's some things where I was like, oh, there's a little, you know, there's some shortfalls here or there, but for the most part, it was really well put together. But one, I realized how much I know, like running a convention when you're it's a lot of physical work, but being an attendee is a lot of physical work too. I was just as exhausted as I would be working a booth at the end of every day, where I'm like walking from one side of the convention to the other side, you know, oh, my class is now, so I got to go up 3 flights of stairs and maybe an elevator. And this is
why I told you I always go to conventions as a guest, both sewing, quilting, Comic-Cons, all that, because you have to keep re-putting yourself in the mindset of, why do people complain, or what can I do better for these people? How do I make it to where they don't have to walk across like a whole freaking hotel?
Right. Well, you know, I did buy a telescoping stool, so I would suggest those for everybody. It's very lightweight. It's like a little circle, comes out, you can sit, you don't have to sit on the floor. They make some that are like a little backpack or whatever, you know, there's different things that you can apply to it, but it was definitely a grind. And I even was there where I could sit at someone's booth and I was still tired every day.
This is why I just go to cons y'all go to, because that's the thing y'all do. Why do you think I hang out with you so much? Come on now.
You do come up with like a handful of bags and you're like, can I store these here? Like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Thanks. But that is the other thing as well, is that you're carrying a lot of things, and your car might be however many half a mile away to get to. So it really is, it's interesting to be an attendee. And I can only imagine attendees at Dragon Con, like how absolutely daunting it is to get to us.
5 hotels before you get to America's Mart, where all the vendors are. But imagine my show. People bring their own machines. Their supplies and what they want to bring. Because people have a preference and they're more comfortable with their machines. So they have to haul those on top of everything else.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine. And I mean, I've seen the little bags that they make so you can pull your machines around and stuff. So if you don't have one of those, you might want to invest in a sewing machine bag that rolls.
Kayla, when I was in China at the Canton Fair, and if anybody's ever heard about this fair, it's one of the largest and oldest running manufacturing shows in the world. 25,000 vendors at each phase, and there's 3 phases to it.
I've heard of this. Yes, I want to go so bad.
but they've got these suitcases now that they're like carry-on bags that are electric, and you just
The one
get on it and you zoom around, and it was amazing to see how many people were zooming around on these things.
You didn't get video of any of this out of all the pictures and videos you sent me. You couldn't get any of somebody riding a luggage.
Melanie says, "Let's go business trip. Let's go."
By the way, Melanie's a vendor, so y'all are gonna be. I think y'all are right near each other too.
Gotcha.
Well, what does she vend? What does she sell?
Fabric and hardware.
Fabric and hardware.
Yeah.
We like hardware.
Awesome.
Bag making hardware. Let me specify.
No,
She's gonna love the point turner. You're gonna love the point turner.
We're actually working on making our own zipper pulls for our new kits that are coming out.
Cute.
Our multicolor kit that's coming.
And if she's interested in getting her own zipper pulls made, she can talk to us at the show.
Nice.
Definitely.
Melanie has some cool tools, but not as cool as y'all's. I actually have one of hers.
Oh, come on.
Tools are always cool. All tools are cool, unless they're like not cool, I guess.
But
bag making
name, it's Zor-El, like Zor-El, for Superman.
Oh no, I don't. I'm sorry. I
thought you would be better by now, Sebastian.
I'm a passerby nerd. Like I'm kind of like I watch the nerds, not so much like.
It says screw it.
Oh, nice.
I love it.
And you get all the.
Oh my God.
There's so many of them.
You can store your drugs in there.
You can do a lot with this, Sebastian.
Your paraphernalia.
Like screw heads, but there's so many that I just dropped.
That is cool.
And she has those?
Yeah. Yeah,
No,
you're gonna be amazed. I'm so excited for y'all to come to one of my shows and like see the different vendors. I think maybe you'll change your mind and come to Florida. I know how I'm gonna bribe Sebastian to come. I know why y'all ain't really coming now.
What?
Well, if I'm not in town, there's nobody to drive the truck and trailer.
I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty useless without.
But that's
Brent can do a show without me, but I can't do a show without Brent unless I could like bring a suitcase and some tables.
Yeah, I understand that.
I'm also not as nice. I mean, I don't know that anybody would like the booth with just me in it.
I would.
Oh. Well, I mean never mind.
Okay, so we talked about your cosplay education. The cosplay booth next to y'all, Casey will be doing live demos of tambour embroidery and signing her books and selling her books. And again, like Sebastian said, there will be some cosplays on display. And then we also will have the inspiration hall at the front of the hall. So Casey might put one up there too, she said. That we spread.
Do you have Asta Darling coming?
I think she said she was going to come as an attendee.
As an attendee?
Yeah, because she's local.
Yeah.
So let's try to
She's coming to Tennessee or she's coming to Florida. I can't remember.
I'll be in touch with her really soon, and if she is just coming to be an attendee,
her cosplays, they are freaking amazing.
Oh my God, girl!
Brent, can you text her and ask her to send me her email, or do you have her email?
Yeah, I've got it. That Sebastian can tag on to our booth in Orlando. Oh, Julie's giving him a little home. Julie, you're so sweet, honey. I love my Julie and Rick.
That week is Sebastian's birthday, and I feel like
that's not.
You don't understand what we do for people when it's their birthday at a SME.
That sounds
well,
scary.
It's dangerous. Melanie will know. Her birthday was during Texas.
Oh boy. Brent had a whole convention seeing for my 21st birthday, and that was quite the experience. Um,
I can only imagine.
it was very interesting. And,
No,
you know, you only turn 21 once, and that was
In Novi, Michigan.
a whole long time ago. We're not going to talk about how long ago that was.
Sebastian's the same age as me, if y'all know how old I am. No, wait, you're like a year. No, we're the same age, right? I think we're the same age.
I don't know. I forget these days.
Yeah, we're definitely the same age. Melanie says she's working on a cosplay for San Diego Comic-Con. She's out on the West Coast.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Y'all
wow.
ready to go West Coast for Comic-Con?
We would love to go West Coast. Logistically, it's a bit tricky. So we're trying to figure out the logistics of a kind of pop-up booth
Yeah.
that we could ship out and just, you know, we have this really great shipping discount that we're getting through FedEx. So we're hoping maybe there's something there. There's definitely a whole world out in the West Coast of costume makers and guilds. Yeah, we've definitely explored it. We've talked to a few conventions. One approached us, actually, Anime LA, I think.
Yeah, Anime LA, Silicon.
Well, I think Anime LA would bring us out in a way versus Silicon was more like pay to play, which all completely understandable. We're not against any of it. We're just on a shoestring budget. We're a bit, you know, guerrilla warfare over here when we show up to a show. YomoCon has also asked us about possibly coming out. They're in Detroit, Michigan. It falls in the time that we would be in Houston, but now if that's not happening, Brent's going to be out of the country anyway.
Yeah.
So
No
for
way.
this year, it's not necessarily possible, but we are exploring different things. We're talking to a lot of different shows.
Melanie's going to be our new best friend. I'm sorry, Caleb, but I think you're going to get replaced by Melanie.
Oh, my heart. I'm so upset. That's okay. We love Melanie. She's amazing. Oh, Julie says if you come though, you will have to work, Sebastian. So
Oh, I can work a little bit.
Oh, no.
Just a little bit.
I'll get you your drink.
I mean, I think I work pretty hard at the booth. I'm pretty I can still do 3 or 4 things at once. I've slowed down a bit, but you know, I do sit down sometimes. But besides that, you know,
And then the room goes silent.
We love you.
Oh,
All right. So cosplay booth, products you're bringing, your scissor sharpening. Where y'all gonna be next? 2024 information you're working on. I'm working on getting you some information as well.
Yes, that's also hinging on some things.
now I will say this: if anybody's listening, especially for the costume makers, if you have a particular material that you're having a difficult time cutting, bring it in with you. Bring a sample of it with you, and let's figure it out together.
Yeah, we will have all our scissors out on display, but they're also for using. So don't be shy.
Yeah, so all of our products are out on the table for people and there's fabric on the table to cut with, so you can get a firsthand experience of what it's going to feel like, what it's going to do. But again, if you've got a synthetic material, or warp, anything that you're having difficulty cutting, bring it in and let's
not metal. And there's some thin metal that our stuff can cut, but don't bring like a staple and expect the scissors to cut through that more than once.
And they can also, a lot of the classes, you're actually going to be sponsoring some scissors for use during the class.
What?
Huh?
Just kidding.
You made the post in the teachers group, okay? This is not me.
Yeah, I don't know that anybody's asked me, but probably Casey's classes.
You might want to go look at the comments on there, sweetheart.
Oh no.
Yeah, go. Yeah, there's comments there.
Oh god.
I'm glad I brought it up. So yes, Casey's class for sure, but I believe there's a couple other classes in there that are excited to be using some of y'all's products during the class. I know Casey's how to sew pain in the ass fabrics class is A great class. I took that one at Dragon Con with her. I fell in love with it, but just the way that she used certain tools to be able to sew like sequins fabric, mine was blown on how she did that. So I won't give away the secrets, but that's an amazing class, and I know she uses y'all's stuff in there. I believe there's some embroidery classes. I think there's some bag making classes. You might want to go look at that, Sebastian.
I'm looking for it. Did I make that post or was that Brent?
No, that was you.
That was me.
I think it was you, but you made it with Brent's profile.
Oh, it was with Brent. It wasn't with the Famore.
I don't know. I'll go find it and I'll tag you in it, or one of us will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try just typing scissors in here and see what comes up.
Are you serious?
Why
Why don't you do Sew Magical?
No, I'm in the group. I'm saying you can look through.
In the teachers group. You're in the teachers group, not the vendors one, correct?
I don't know. What's the teachers one called?
The same title, but with teachers.
Kayla.
Yeah.
He needs help.
I know. We're gonna tag you in the post later, Sebastian. I'll send it to you with a link or something.
It might have been on Brent's then. Let me switch to Brent.
I'm telling you, it was with you even said I'm gonna do it with Brent's, but I'll just do it for Brent. And I'm like, all right.
Should have never relinquished my account.
You didn't relinquish anything.
He just stole it. He came in like a wrecking ball.
I had to. I mean, you see the way he posts.
Sometimes I'm wondering, and I'm curious too sometimes, if it's you or him.
It's Facebook is more him than me. If it's his personal, it's him 99% of the time. If it's Famore, it could be me, him, or Marissa.
Mm-hmm.
If it's Instagram, it's usually me.
Mm-hmm.
TikTok is me. But yeah, he's on the Facebook.
We'll find it for you and send it to you, Sebastian.
Are we able to go to the tiki party?
Yeah, come to the tiki party. I was talking about that earlier. Did you hear about it?
I did.
So normally we have the welcome. We have like a no-host social, early check-in. People can come hang out, but we got a whole tiki lounge reserved this time.
I heard that they don't really open it all the time.
They don't know, but we got it open.
And
it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be only SME people, well, and then people the SME people bring. Alex found it. It says the post is under Brent's account, but he can't tag you.
Oh, I don't have a Facebook. I'm one of those people. Mm-hmm. I'm in Brent's Facebook though.
Just Alex tag Brent again, and then will see it.
Yes, please.
I hope everybody's very entertained. This is what it's like with you come to a con and the three of us are hanging out together. Way.
Also, Brent has like 5,000 friends on Facebook, so he has so many notifications.
Brent's a lovable guy. Can you blame him?
Leave my people alone.
I don't remember writing this. These aren't my words.
Okay. Brent just got tagged in the post. Well, you wanted the post, so it's in there. Ta-da!
The easy snips, hook snips, 5-inch serrated, and rotary cutters, Julie.
Julie wants all of them.
Okay, let me make some notes.
Well, I'm glad we brought that up. So if you're taking some classes at SME, you're most likely also going to get firsthand experience using some of their tools. Julie's rulers are in the classrooms too. We're working on potentially changing out cutting mats and getting better mats, prettier ones. But yeah, we like keeping the stuff in the classrooms to be our vendors and our sponsors as much as we can.
Do we know rotary blades would be helpful?
I like how this turned into like a working meeting.
Welcome
to the behind the scenes of a Zoom call with Sebastian and Brent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I am going to be having to bail out here pretty quickly. I've got another Zoom meeting that I've got to be jumping onto here momentarily, and I got to get my happy butt back to the office.
Y'all are good to drop down. I'm going to just keep talking about Tennessee, and I'm going to talk about some other fun things I have coming up.
Well, Brent, you can
very
drop
ex-
out. I'm still here.
all right. Very excited to see everybody. Can't wait for it. Let's do it.
See you soon, Brent.
I'll bye,
drop.
Brent. See you never.
See you in an hour.
See you later.
What are you gonna ask me here?
What's the class size normally? Like, what's the average? So I know about, like, on average, how many scissors to bring in extra.
Yeah, I know. Alex will message in the private chat on here. It varies on depending on the class, but like I would say 30.
Okay.
You're like, what did I sign up for? Oh crap. I mean, I would say everybody's using them at the same time typically, but again, it depends on the class.
Yeah, that's
so like Casey's class, everybody would need it at once. I think Julie's class, I don't know, Julie can speak to it, but we could go through that later if you want us to deep dive it with you.
Yeah, no, we're good. I can make this happen. We have all the necessary things for this.
So we've got the tiki party, right? And then you're gonna come to the vendor teacher appreciation.
When is that one?
Friday night.
I don't even. Let me look at how.
Every night there's a party that you will be going to, Sebastian.
Oh yay! We're gonna try to drive back that same night.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. We don't do anything Sunday night.
Because it's a fairly short drive, but we could just be home by nighttime, and then I can just sleep in the next day.
Melody says, yes, he is. You're going to all the parties now. Melanie's now adopted you and Brent.
Yeah, I'm a party monster.
I know.
I come with a backpack cooler, if that says anything.
Did I tell you I bought one because of you?
Isn't it the greatest thing ever?
It's freaking amazing. It goes in my van wherever I go.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go now. But mine has different things than yours does.
I'm sure. Just the stuff it comes with is pretty fun. So
yeah.
Actually, I'll have my backpack cooler with hydration and dehydration products.
Yes. Don't be like Melanie and have your liquor out for Gaylord to see and them to come yell at me.
Yeah.
Keep it in the backpack.
You got to be a pro. You got to get yourself giant containers, like the water bottles and all that. Mm-hmm. Not plastic water bottles. That's so high school. We've upgraded to.
We've upgraded to what?
The metal bottles.
Swiss top ones.
Yeah, I have all sorts of different kinds that keep everything nice and cool too, because you can make your whole mixed drink. And so I have this giant, like, growler-sized thing, metal container that you can make a mixed drink. You just pour it in. You can just pour it out to everybody, and you can make it clear so it looks like water. You got to stick to the anyway, that's just party stuff. We could talk about that later.
But that's like, so I know whenever I go to like a quilt show or I go to a con, what booths, what vendors have the secrets, the spicy water is what we call it, right? Under the tables. And I always have my tumbler ready to go. And it's great because then whenever I'm out and about, I usually have it as well. And I feel like most people know and they stop with mine. So it's like a loving relationship between the vendors.
They're just filling up your tumbler.
Sharing the alcohol. But yeah, you've become Melanie's even more best friend because they do that too.
Yeah. I've already planned for DragonCon. I was like, 1 hour before the show closes, we're popping bottles. We're ready to go.
Good, great.
Cause trouble. But I think is that enough explanation of what Famore is bringing to the show this year?
Scissors, the ability to sharpen scissors, and alcohol.
Yeah, and snacks. There's always snacks.
And snacks.
Yeah,
Not that the alcohol and snacks are for sale. Just caveating that part.
Right. That's it'll be there. It'll exist within the booth. I've actually even considered bringing we have a little mini fridge. I've considered bringing that to the shows.
Are you shitting me?
No, yeah.
That would be amazing.
And just filling it with like all sorts of stuff.
I gotta double check. I put power to y'all's booth.
We do need power.
I know you need power. I don't know if somebody paid for the power. I gotta go look. But I'm pretty sure I marked it. I know what y'all need.
I paid for the booth.
I know.
I didn't know we were so late there. I was like, I thought we paid this. We have so many little bills that just show up, and you're like,
oh, not another one.
That it does happen.
It
adult juice, yes, a lot of adult juice helps us get through the day. Not well after a certain time. Yeah, I guess that's all I got. I will jump off. Thank you for this live.
Yeah.
If anybody does have questions, you can email us. You can send things to Brent's Facebook. We might get to it. We might remember that we said that.
Just go to their website and go to their Facebook page. Those are the two best places, I feel like.
Yeah, or Instagram.
Oh yeah, your Instagram. Follow there because you post fun videos and behind the scenes stuff all the time.
Yeah, definitely follow our socials. I do like to post things that are not just like, hey, look at our products. I like to actually educate on different things that we come across. And anytime that I can add some new knowledge to the world, I'm more than happy to make those videos.
And we love you for it, Sebastian.
Well, thank you so much. You enjoy the rest of your day. And is today Monday?
Okay. I'll see you.
Right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm going to stay on for a tad bit longer. So if y'all have any questions about Tenne-SME, vendors, classes, whatever it is, I'm here for it. You can also ask about any of the other events going on. Real quick, I mentioned this earlier, but on Patreon, we'll be dropping the information on 2024 expos first. So SMEs will come out first with the ticket information, the dates of the events, the location of the events, when the tickets will drop, like those dates. And then always keep in mind for the Sew Magical Expos, Patreon tiers get first dibs to getting ticket signups. That is one of the perks of being in Patreon. Go ahead. If you click here, you can see what the different tiers are. You can identify if any of them are in your budget or not. I will say if you want a VIP plus, this is really the only way to get it. It's very, very, very rare that a VIP plus will not be sold out for an event before it leaves Patreon, just because, like I've always said, VIP plus is extremely limited for the sole fact of it has that perk of early class signups before everybody else. So just something to keep in mind. For VIPs have made it outside of Patreon before, but keep in mind that this is the best way to get guaranteed a VIP. Different Patreon tiers have discounts on those tickets as well. Some of them are amazing discounts. And so all that will come out on Patreon here shortly, and then to the public right afterwards. It won't be too much longer, I promise, because most things stay on Patreon. I feel like as soon as I drop those expo information, it's going to come out pretty quick. So, and I'm also going to give out basic information on the other events that we're planning on. They are not on contract yet, so I can't give exact dates or exact locations, but I can give you a rough idea of the cruises we're looking at and the rough months that we're looking for. The pricing on those things and such won't come out, but the expos will come out first, and then basic information. So then y'all can kind of decide if you're on a budget, and you can only go to one or two, kind of helping you decide what does it look like for you for 2024. We are also working on 2025 contracts. So I'm hoping to have that out before 2024. And that'll be really fun because then it'll help y'all plan out even further in the future, get better prices on flights and things like that. We're always listening and always trying to improve and be better. So I know that flights, since everybody's gone back to flying, flights have gone up, hotels have gone up. So whatever we can do to help make it more cost effective and to help y'all plan in the long run, I'm here for. But that means us investing a lot of money 2 years in advance. So just keep that in mind. I'm trying really hard, but 8 to 10 events each year that we pay for upfront, and we're doing years in advance is a little tricky sometimes. So working on getting that out. We announced the tiki party, which I'm stoked about. So please come by. You can just come by for early check-in, and you can just grab your bag and badges. The place itself holds about 45-ish people. So you can come and go if you'd like. We do anticipate there to be quite a bit more than 45 people, but we're right next to Fuse as well. And there's the ability to kind of stand around the tiki bar. When you see the videos come out, you'll see what I mean. And I think y'all are going to love it. You're more than welcome to come in theme. I am working on getting some leis and doing some really fun stuff for y'all, and getting all that set up. So it will be 6 to 9 p.m. Central Time. We will be in Central Time when that occurs. So if you're looking at the Facebook event that we posted and it's looking like a different time, it's probably because you're not in the Central Time zone. Facebook likes to do it off of your time zone. So mine looks like 7 o'clock, not the 6 that we're going to start at. So, and then we're doing it an hour longer than we normally do. We normally only do 2 hours. So we are going to do 3 hours, whether it's myself or Alex or Julie from Off the Wall Quilt or somebody sitting there. There will be somebody there to make sure you have your stuff, but you can come and just chill and hang out. And that's really what it's all about. The maps, room layouts, the walkthrough videos, and all that will come out about 1 week prior to SME. On top of that, it will also be the information on, like if you signed up for machine rental, that confirmation email will come to you about 4 or 5 days prior to the event, because we closed down that app 1 week prior. If you sign up for the fashion show, that information usually comes out the day before the event. Just things like that all really is going to trickle in and be heavily prevalent 1 week prior to SME. As long as the booklets, the programs are ready in time, we do put a PDF version of those out as well in advance. So if you want to print your own, you're more than welcome to. If you want to get one from us, there is a $2 fee because we do have to print them all. There is a $2 fee, but they're usually pretty hefty. I think the last one was like 15 pages. It was insane. Natalia, our graphic designer, just does an immaculate job making sure all the information that you need is there, but we make it a PDF so you can print it on your own if you'd like. Don't forget, we're going to have the passports as well. So the vendor scavenger hunt where you can go and get a stamp from all the vendors will be a thing for Tenne-SME. We have a lot of freaking vendors, y'all. So this one I'm excited for. I'm hoping we have a really great gift basket situation again. 1 year we've had a sewing machine, or 1 year we had an embroidery machine. 1 year we had a serger plus a bunch of items. Last year, it was just a huge array of amazing things donated from our vendors and our sponsors, including like an electric cutter. I mean, I don't know. Who knows what we'll have this one? Maybe we can talk. I don't know. I have an idea what I want to do, but I'm not going to say it here because y'all get mad if I say it and then it doesn't happen. Oh, gosh. So yeah, there's a lot coming out. One of the big questions we always get is about parking passes. So I'm going to say it here now, and we're going to post about it again before the show. Parking will be 50% off. It is not an in-out parking pass. That means every time you leave and you come back to park and you leave again, you have to pay each time. It is not an all-day pass. It is 50% off the posted rates. So if you go onto Gaylord Opryland site, you go look there. You go look under our facts and questions section on our website for Tenne-SME. It has that information there. So they are a receipt-based ticket for Gaylord Opryland, and you get a sticker you're going to go to the SME check-in desk, and you're going to ask for your parking pass sticker, and they will put the sticker, or they'll give you the sticker, you put it on the receipt, and then when you leave, that's when it's discounted, that 50%, you pay with your card, and you're good to go. It is a little different at each one of the Gaylords, but we did get confirmation from Gaylord Opryland. That's how it works there. And yes, Alex is correct. You will need to get a new discount sticker each time because you'll get a new receipt, like a little parking pass every time you go to park. So make sure you don't leave that in your car. You bring it in with you. You can get the sticker. They're kind of a pain to tear apart, but we can get you just the sticker and you bring it back to your car and put it on the receipt later, but just be careful not to lose it. That's your ticket right there. Something else to keep in mind is Gaylord Opryland is massive. If you've been to any of the other Gaylords, this is about 5 times the size. From where we were staying in our room, walking to the convention area, and we probably had the farthest rooms you could possibly have. It's about a 7-8 minute walk. If you're walking, like not power walking, but you know what I mean? Like you're steadily walking, like you're not sitting there taking in the amazing views and the atriums. So keep that in mind. Wear good shoes. Understand that it is a long walk. If you have any sort of mobility issues on our facts and questions page on the website, there is a vendor that not a vendor. It's a company that comes and will drop off wheelchairs and ECVs to the hotel for you. So that information is listed there. They are a partner with Gaylord Opryland and provide that service to you. It does have a cost associated with it, of course, but just something to keep in mind. If you need that, that is where you can find the information on those services. We highly, highly suggest it. It is a big hotel. It's a resort. Also, if you go on to where you booked your room, if you're staying at the facility, there is the ability to have a discounted ticket to Soundwaves, which is the water park. It's a full water park, both indoor and outdoor at Gaylord Opryland. So if you're bringing anybody with you, you're staying longer, coming in earlier, and you want to experience that, highly suggest it. I love it to death. But if you're staying at the hotel through our group, you do have the option to purchase that discount. So that's where you would go if you've already booked your room, or if you're going to, you can go onto there and you should be able to see that discount. If you need assistance with that, please shoot us an email at support. But that is one of the perks of staying there is you get that discount. That's like some quick information on Tenne-SME. I will be back on tomorrow for another live. We will be with Kayla from Carolina Little Stitches. So we're going to get that scheduled and posted here shortly. And I will talk a little bit more about Tenne-SME, but I will also talk more about Sew Bagical and the December cruise and kind of some things coming on board for that if y'all want to come join us then. And yeah, I think that's everything I had for today. I'm not seeing any questions come in. If you ever have questions, please feel free to comment on the Facebook group, but also if it's something direct to your account, your classes, something more personal to you, please email us at support@sewmagicalexpo.com. And we usually get back within 2 to 3 business days. I appreciate y'all. Happy Monday. And I hope I get to see y'all tomorrow. We'll talk to you later. Bye.